Hello viewers, my name is Priyanka Singh. This is my first video for you. In this video, I will explain the poem Mercy by the great dramatist and poet William Shakespeare. He was the greatest dramatist of his age, Elizabethan age. He wrote 37 plays, and this poem is an extract from his famous play The Merchant of Venice. Actually, it is a court scene in which the heroine of the play, she appeals to the villain of the play, whose name is Shylock, to show mercy to Antonio. But when he refuses to do so, she conveys the idea that mercy is the greatest quality of human nature, and she makes a very powerful and impressive speech on mercy. So let's start with the text. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. The poet says that this quality of mercy, it is never forced. It is spontaneous, natural. It cannot be forced. And he compares it with the gentle rain that falls down on the earth from the sky. It is a perfect example of simply the figure of speech in the line, it droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. So it means the poet is saying that it is as natural as the gentle rain falls down on the earth from the sky. Nobody can compel it. Nobody can make it to happen. It is natural. Naturally it generates. So mercy too generates naturally from the human heart. It is twice blessed. It blesses both. It is a blessing for both. Who are those both? One who is merciful or shows mercy, and the other one who receives mercy. How come? When someone shows mercy, I personally feel that he or she gets an inward satisfaction and God's blessings too. And when mercy is shown to someone, it brings happiness to the man who receives mercy. So in this way, it blesses both the giver and the receiver. Tis mightiest in the mightiest, it becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. The poet says that mercy is the greatest quality even in the most powerful men like kings, emperors, and it suits better the great men like kings. How come? The throned monarch better than his crown. Crown and throne, they are the symbols of a king's kingship, his royalty. A royal king wears a crown on his head, and that is a symbol of his kingship. So, it may be a symbol of his greatness or his kingship, but mercy makes him even greater. His scepter shows the force of temporal power. The rod of authority that he has in his hand, the king holds in his hands, it is merely the emblem of his worldly power, his authority on the earth, that he is the king on this earth. And he may rule on this earth, he may fill fear in the hearts of his people, but quality of mercy is better than his scepter, his authority, his earthly power, his worldly power. It can fill fear in the hearts of his people, but mercy is far, far better than this rod of authority or his worldly power. But mercy is above this scepter's sway. It is enthroned in the heart of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. And earthly power doth then show like as gods when mercy seasons justice. Beautifully said. The writer says, mercy is more powerful than the king's earthly power. It is much higher than his rod of authority. A king sits on a throne, but mercy has its place in the heart of the king. So, The kings are enthroned on the physical thrones, but mercy has a very higher place in the heart of these enthroned royal kings. So, in this way, mercy is far above this temporal or worldly power. Why? It is an attribute to God Himself, because this is a quality of God Himself. God also has this quality, and whenever a king or an emperor, he has mercy in his heart and his justice is inspired by mercy, or he mingles mercy with his justice, his power appears like the power of God. He seems to be divine or godlike. So all of us, we should understand the quality of mercy. It is far, far above than this worldly power and earthly power. And this is the only way through which we can be godlike. We can have the quality of God. Thank you so much.